Here's Brian and Lance.
Oh. You're on.
All right, we're live from 304 Studios, a.k.a. Spunkaloo Sponsor Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. It's an stspod.club production, episode 788,
Woo!
and episode 150 of Cool Kids Countdown. I'm BT, and this guy right here, he is not signed an NDA and can tell you everything he knows about the fight with the Bucks and Punk. He can do it. You just contact him. He will. He's from Chicago. And you know what's unique about Chicago, downtown Chicago? They have a feature. It's multiple level streets. Did you know that, Lance?
Yes, I do.
The
Wacker
most
Drive.
well-known one is called Wacker Drive. So
Wacker
I know
Drive,
you've been
that's
on
right.
Wacker Drive a lot.
I've done a lot of Wacker Drive. Yes.
And it's a double-decker street. My God, this is going to be a horrible episode. I cannot talk. You're the Snark of Excellence, my partner in crime, your friend and mine. Well, most of the time. He is Lance Levine. How the fuck are you, Lance?
I'm doing great right here in the Rap Snacks Lil Baby Nocho Nachos Studios today.
And we're
So
the
we got
little babies of podcasting. Did you know
right.
that?
Nocho Nacho. That's right. So
I'm Nacho, you Nucho. So there we go.
I'll be Lil Baby.
Little baby.
Little baby.
All right.
Oh, wow.
So real quick, some programming notes. We're doing Observing the Observer. I
like
can't
that.
talk. We might as well quit. You want to
Good
record this
night.
tomorrow? No.
Good night.
Observing the Observer. And we're out of here. Do the George Costanza.
It's time for supper. I gotta go.
Yeah, that's it. Later. Observing the Observer on Wrestle Kingdom. I told you I think it's the 4th or 5th year we've done that. We're also doing the top stories. And as always, we do RIM on Saturdays. I want to give you some business real quick. We did 119 episodes last year with 2,670,540 plays. That is 22,000 per episode. Now, I say that because I'm happy and I'm very proud, and I thank everybody. I do know the big wrestling podcasts probably get that in a week's time. I don't know. It just feels like a lot. We did less than 100,000 last year, and we've never discussed numbers after the first, I think, 6 months. We was talking about, because I had a built-in audience from the WrestlingRightOnline.com, and so it's just grown just huge. I don't know if we'll ever break that record, but I want to thank everybody that's involved. You, the wife is part of the business, and Dustin Stars helped a lot by us being on at Memphis Wrestling. So excited about the next year. I'm going to run through real quick. Mm-hmm. This is the top 10 episodes. They may not have been recorded in 2023, but this is the hard listens. This is not everything. This is the hard listens. This is the ones that come through on YouTube. No, I'm sorry. They come on iTunes, SoundCloud. And this is just the audio podcast. So real quick, I usually put these up on Twitter, but X. So I'm going to run through them real quick. Number 10 is Cassette Wrestling News with Danny Davis and Cody Michaels. Number 9 was episode 672, was the top stories of 2022. Number 8 was Tony Myers at episode 713. Uncle Phil, Big Nasty Phil at number 712 was number 7. Number 6 was Dynamite Revolution, believe it or not. We'll be doing that episode next. Number 689. What the Fuck December was episode 668. That was number 5. Number 4 was Best of the best. You're gonna love this. Austin Lane and me talking about almost against Strowman. So 5-star classic right there. Number 685. Cassette Wrestling News number 3 with Dutch Mantell at number 680. The number 2 most listened audio version of our podcast was the best of the best. Belair against Sasha Banks. We did psychology on that. Episode 661, which was actually released in December of 2022, but everybody listened to it. And the number 1, you're going to absolutely love this. The Record Store.
Woo!
White Zombie episode 684. That's right. You know what? I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna pat you on the back. You're awesome. But I think it had something to do with the cover. I don't know. It might have something to do with that cover.
You never know. You never know.
But put naked women or half naked women on everything now. So the new WTF logo is going to have a half naked woman on it. No, congratulations, man. This is something that you wanted to do, and I encourage you just to do a show by yourself, which is hard to do. I know. I do Rolling in the Info by myself, and we've turned that show into, we could actually say rock and wrestling if we wanted to, but it's become part of, it was only 1 out of 10, but it was number 1. So a lot of people listen to that show, and you've been over 50 episodes now. Yep. So
we're
awesome. I thank
54. I've got the spoiler alert, top 10 albums of 2023.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Coming out in a couple weeks. I got that almost done. But thank you to all the listeners for sure for all of those great numbers, and thank you also to Dustin Starr's hair, because I think that has a lot to do with it as well.
I think it does. I think the Record Store, everything has something to do with Dustin Starr's hair.
All comes together.
Whitey Jenkins, our friend Whitey Jenkins, says it's a wig, so we'll have to. I'll have to run
some controversy.
I might have to run my hand through his hair. So
controversy creates.
Dustin, I got excited there for a minute.
So all right,
let's go. Number 10.
What are we doing?
My favorite number.
The WTF News Center for December 2023. So maybe this will be in the top 10 for next year. So we are covering all the great stories from WWE, AEW, you name it, MLW. We got them all. UFC. We got all the wrestling and MMA stories. So we can't just cover regular news. We got to cover the weird shit. So, all right, starting at number 10, where we always do, it's the stip match. It is Tokyo Joshi Pro Aquarium Pro Wrestling card. It was at the Yokohama Hakejima Sea Paradise on December 10th. So it was an empty aquarium show. Ridiculous. So the girls, the Tokyo Joshi Pro girls, are at Sea Paradise for a fun day, but they find 6 stuffed animals and they want them. So there's 12 girls, only 6 animals. So what happens? Of course, they pair off and they're going to start fighting over Shamu and Flipper. So they're literally doing like bizarre wrestling matches and stuff in an empty aquarium. So there's rope walks on the top of some of the tanks. The girls are distracted by the fish. Penguins are waddling by. Some of the girls find crab and shark outfits that they wrestle in. Beluga whale sprays water on them. So
in the late 80s, I found crab one time too, but we won't talk about that.
Whole different. Don't tell the wife. So at the end, we have Team Sakazaki beats Team Arai, and they win the stuffed animals. So that happy ending, the babyface team got the stuffed animals. So one other thing to mention in the stip matches is DDT had it's called the D-OH Grand Prix. So as far as I'm concerned, that's Homer Simpson. That's the Doe Grand Prix, So anyway, on December 24th, they had the match where a Christmas tree fell on Toru Owashi and became the new heavy metal weight champion. That goofy title, the 24/7 title.
It's like the 24/7 title.
So the Christmas tree is the new champion. I don't know if the tree, male or female, I'm not sure, but I don't know if the tree still has the belt or the tree has been defeated in January. I'm not sure.
Well, we can't talk about it if it was, because it'd be January. Congratulations to the Christmas tree for winning the title, though.
Yeah.
I love, there's been suggestions for us on this DDT stuff, and I think Ed is one of them that said it, and I think Brano Lasto, we should do a watch along for one of these shows, or just like 4 or 5 of these crazy matches. But it's funny because I laugh, and I told you this in a text message. We get so many suggestions, And this year has been where we gained all these listeners. And I get 2 or 3 messages in Facebook almost weekly that say, man, you should do a podcast with George. George does a podcast. I'm like,
oh, George,
when do I have time to do a podcast with George? But that would be fun some December when we're having a light month. So, all right, number 9.
All right, number 9. MJF is a Hall of Fame Jew. So we are very proud here at the WTF News Center. We're very proud to announce that Maxwell Jacob Friedman on December 18th is inducted into the National Jewish Sports Hall of Fame. So my thought was, when he joined the Hall of Fame, did that double the size of the Jewish Hall of Fame, Sports Hall of Fame? I don't know. Hey, I'm Jewish, so I can make these jokes.
Are you a Hall of Fame Jew? Is what I want to know.
I might be. I don't know. I can make these
jokes
before the critics come after me.
Let me just say, you're my Hall of Fame Jew. How's that? How's that? There you go.
It means more to me than anything else. So anyway, MJF cites how meaningful this is to him, how he's battled anti-Semitism all his life. He likes being a role model for young Jewish kids. And I'm like, wait, you're a career heel and a really very good heel. I mean, granted, he's kind of a face right now, but he's been a really damn good heel. So it's kind of weird that you spend most of your career rather, playing an asshole, and you get that honor, So anyway, he joins his great great uncle Benny Friedman. I think that might have been a work that he said that. And as far as I'm aware, Sandy Koufax might be the only guy in that Hall of Fame. So anyway, MJF says we should all treat each other as humans, except me. I deserve special treatment because I'm a Hall of Fame level human. So online, it got some praise. It actually got some hate criticism too, because of the war that's going on in Israel right now. So he took some shots over that. One guy online, I thought, had a good suggestion. They should have had Goldberg show up at the induction and speared him.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. So MJF is a Hall of Fame Jew at number 9.
All right. Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations to MJF. We don't and I can't talk tonight, so thank you for this episode. I can't talk, but we don't discriminate toward anyone here.
No,
I usually hate everybody, so it don't really matter. It don't really matter. So.
Yeah, you're even in your hatred of everybody.
And I just came up with that line, "You're my Hall of Fame Jew," as we were talking. That was pretty damn good.
Need a shirt. We may need a new shirt for that. So, all right, at number 8, Karma gives Lana the finger. So on December 16th, CJ Perry, or Lana as we slip and we'll call her from time to time, she asks us to keep her in our prayers because she has a hangnail or something.
Yeah.
So no, wait. Actually, it was an infection in her finger that shot up her arm.
No, wait. You got to pronounce it right.
Finger.
In her finger. Lana had something in her finger.
She had a hangnail or an infection or something in her finger.
Lana, that wrestler, Lana.
And it shot up her arm, causes her to miss time in AEW. So now the WTF News Desk, we are not going to speculate on Miro and Lana's sex life and how the finger got infected. We're not going to go there because it's the supper hour, as they say. But triumphantly, she tweets on December 30th that, quote, held together by bandages, tape, and pure attitude, she's back. So she makes it to World's End would not have been able to be a premium live event without Lana's presence. So she makes it to World's End. She manages Andrade and turns on him, no less.
Mr. Andre.
She turns on him. So I think her meds from the blister caused the turn because it clouded her judgment or something. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, you know how women are.
We want to conclude by WTF sends our best wishes to Lana over her finger. Her
finger.
We hope her blister gets better.
Oh, God.
My finger hurts.
Oh, man. I'm just trying to keep my mouth shut on this one.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, number 8. That was number 8. And I want to tell you something about number 8, which is hilarious. So, the process we talked about before, I send Lance news stories. He sends me them all month. And then you... some kind of scientific way that you're doing, your magic. But when you sent this to me, it said Karma gives Lana the finger. You said Karma, and I was like, who the fuck is Karma? What wrestler? I thought it was a wrestler, so I was like, oh man,
I
just
shouldn't have
couldn't get it.
capitalized Karma.
That's right. I was
lowercase
confused.
K.
There we
Yeah.
go.
So
All right,
wasn't that
number
Awesome
7.
Kong?
Oh.
Wasn't Awesome Kong was Karma? I think briefly.
Yes,
So,
yes, very much.
there you
So,
go.
till
So
she got pregnant.
You're an insider. You thought of Awesome Kong. That's what it was. So, all right, number 7 is our crime blotter. We have ASF is disgusting, allegedly. Slim Jim car is stolen. Exotico murdered. Another Exotico is murdered. Nick Hogan follow-up. And, of course, Tammy Sitch news because we can't get enough. So we start off with Antonio Garcia, who wrestles as Antonio San Francisco, ASF. We insiders, we call him ASF. He's 26. He was arrested December 6th for online solicitation of an 11-year-old, allegedly. Disgusting. So anyway, the charges are he sent pictures of his genitalia to a child on Snapchat. So he first claims that the now 14-year-old child's boyfriend is behind this, making all this up. But the quote that he had is why it's here. The quote that he said afterwards was, "My answer is I'm not sure. I have nothing to tell you. It was a stupid mistake."
I saw that. I wasn't sure. Yeah.
I'm not sure what I did. It was a stupid mistake. Either you did it or you didn't, you asshole. You're just disgusting.
Okay, so I want to tell Patreon, we're all about the Patreon. We do special things on Patreon. If I can remember, I'm going to tell a penis picture story only on Patreon. No. Go ahead.
Okay, so meanwhile, Antonio, ASF has no other bookings. Everybody has pretty much dropped the guy, so that makes sense. So, but sad news also on December 13th as the official Slim Jim car is stolen. So the car, which was known as Fast Meat, had been in Chicago for Survivor Series. They were shooting some promo stuff with WWE, but the car was not stolen here. So I do want to go to bat.
All right.
I do want to say, because I know you're going to start with these Chicago accusations. The car was shipped after Chicago. The car was shipped to LA, and they were filming some stuff in LA. But it was so, and then it vanished. So, but the story does actually have something of a happy ending. Fast Meat is found December 22nd outside of Chicago again. So at this point, the accusations start coming up that it was all a publicity stunt by Slim Jim, which totally makes sense because I'm like, wait, it was in Chicago, then it got stolen in LA, but then found in Chicago. So really bizarre. So
I thought this would be really great, stupid criminal because someone steals. Like they couldn't tell it. You know, you're driving downtown in the Slim Jim car. Yeah.
We got to drive back to Chicago. That's what we got to do. So all right, then we have Exotico Bella de Paris. De Paris, I guess it would be, is 38, is murdered in Guanajuato, Mexico on December 21st. Bella also ran a beauty shop. 2 men walk into the beauty shop and shoot Bella 8 times and murder Bella. So it's not safe to be an Exotico in Mexico. 3 other ones, in researching this, 3 other Exoticos got killed in 2023 in Mexico. So that's just crazy. Awful story. Follow up on Nick Hogan, the DUI arrest that we talked about last month. He pleads guilty, or I'm sorry, not guilty on December 16th. Reports were that the alleged DUI was at 4 a.m. Maybe he was writing 4 a.m. essays. I don't know. He was leaving a bikini contest at his father's restaurant in Clearwater, Florida. So I'm like, this story just keeps getting better. Nobody got hurt. So I think this story just keeps getting better because he was leaving a bikini contest at 4 in the morning. So, and then finally, get those Greg Valentine pictures ready. The Florida Department of Corrections announces that Tammy Sitch's release date is scheduled for January 7th. So almost exactly to the day, January 7th, 2040. So the roads will be safer until January 7th, 2040, unless, of course, Nick Hogan is on the roads. So that is our crime blotter.
I may not even be alive. She might not be alive in 16 years. God.
Chain smoking in prison, I'm sure.
Yeah. Why would you think she smokes?
Oh, I don't know. What gave it away, that voice? So, all right, moving on to number 6. Gabby Tuft might be Charlotte. So December 27th, the San Francisco, you got to have the picture of this for us, my friend.
I should have put it up. I don't have it. So
but when
it'll be on the
episode. Yeah. So December 27th, the San Francisco Chronicle runs a front page story on former WWE wrestler Gabby Tuft, who wrestled as Tyler Rex before, but has since transitioned.
Went through the transition, complete transition
to be a woman, right?
Yeah.
So interestingly enough, when you see Gabby now, she looks just like Charlotte to me.
A lot like her. Yes, she does. She does.
I'm the lookalike king, so I'm allowed to say this. So she looks just like
God.
Charlotte. As a guy, as Tyler Rex, I don't know if you saw like the resemblance that I saw, but as Tyler Rex, he looked like a roided out Pac. He resembled Pac to me, but he like ripped like a giant.
I can see, but I always remember him being ripped. I don't really see the Pac reference, but that's what I. Yeah.
As a woman, like just totally became Charlotte. It's just really weird. So I'm saying that this person, this guy, girl, whatever, this person cannot leave wrestling behind, But I will say, Gabby, don't go to Mexico. That's all I gotta say.
There you go. And Gabby's would be a total different than what once her being murdered, but a trans Gabby, right. And my theory. I text you my theory on this.
Yep.
Everybody gets their plastic surgery done at the same effing place, and that's why she went in and she said, I want to look like Charlotte. I want to look like this person. And Charlotte's already been in there and said, and Natty's been in there and said, I want to look like this person. Everybody looks like that person there. They used to be like when you would go, I hadn't had a haircut, I don't know when at an official place, but you go in and there's, the most popular haircut going on at the time. And it's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
They've had so much, and that's just what's crazy. Charlotte's had so much plastic surgery in that these two people look alike. I told you the episode that would probably get us canceled is who's had the most plastic surgery, but I'll tell you Charlotte has. So
we could do a top 10 on that.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys, we're going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to come back with halftime. If you're watching it right now we will. You won't hear 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You won't hear halftime. We are cutting the feed right now. Go to the main feed or join us on Patreon. Guys, only $5. Only $5. Join us on Patreon.
That is a bargain.